What is up, my love enthusiasts? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about how you owe Mihoyo money and also how your Genshin Impact account can be completely messed up into the negatives. Let's get this started. So essentially, this type of news has been surfacing for the last few days now about certain Genshin Impact accounts are going into the negatives by either the method of for not having funds into your bank account, having a chargeback, or just using vendors. Now, all three of these have their own type of risk, and they all end kind of the same way from what I've been seeing on the internet. Now, as Spiteful Hope talks about his experience with a vendor, not only because, like, you know, he used the vendor service, but also he wants some money back, and because of all that, it kind of messed up his account. So, as quoted here, gave Ginta like 2.5 months to pay me back the 500 he did for charging back, and he goes ahead and charges back another 200. Be careful with using vendors, boys. Also, he charged back my 7 Deadly Sins account, and it got it banned. So now here's a quick thing to note that 7 Deadly Sins in Grand Cross is a gacha game, and I have not seen this happen in my community or anybody else, but I've heard of this happening, just nothing around me or anybody else. I've just been hearing it like secondhand from other people's experience. So if you guys do have information or have this happen to you, let me know at Sirlo for Bread, because I do want to see like the consequence of what happened to your account. Like either like you guys got like a negative charge or your account got completely banned. Like I actually want to see with my own eyes just to see how it affected your account completely. Now, going back to the topic at hand, this guy literally is in the negative. Like, he's at 15,000 Primo Gems that he owes to Mihoyo. Holy shit, how do you get that bad? Now, don't get me wrong. Using vendors is not a bad thing, because I've used vendors before in the past once for a gacha game. If you guys know where that gacha game is, then I don't need to tell you, because if you follow the channel, so you know. But essentially, this situation with the vendors, like, they are very hit or miss. For me, this specific person, Ginta, where Spiteful Hope is talking about, I had a good experience with him. Like, I didn't have anything bad. It was, you know, completely okay. Nothing bad happened. But remember this, 9 times out of 10, nothing happens, but you could always have that one chance that something could happen. It could completely mess up the whole account. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Like, you do what you want. If you want to save some money, go for a vendor, go right ahead, because I completely understand, especially for Genshin Impact, because the pull rates in this game are completely trash. Like, you cannot tell me that the pull rates for Genshin Impact are not trash. It's worse than FGO. When you get worse than FGO, and FGO makes a lot of money back, Jesus Christ, you really fuck up. But it is what it is, and essentially what's going on here, this guy did get a notice from Mihoyo themselves talking about a notice of refund abuse and Primo Gem deduction. Now, like I said, this guy went to a vendor, he wanted some money back, and because he got money back, he also got refund abuse. Now, this does happen with vendors in different other situations. If you go to, like I said, go to Iyoku's account and check out his video on this certain topic, he goes more talking about it. So, you know, I do recommend it. Like I said, like, he's a very good content creator. He deserves a lot more subs than me and everything. Like, this guy really does put in more effort than I do and things. So, like, go check him out. He goes more into depth about it. But essentially, the shady things that vendors do to give you your currency, in-game currency, and then the chargeback that can happen because it was someone else's, like, debit or credit card, you know? So, it's very shady, vendors, but you know, again, do what you want. And again, like, nothing ever bad happened to me. So the other situations that can happen in this thing is where you don't have the sufficient funds in your bank account to pay for the Primo Gems, and so they will deduct it as well. That's one thing I've heard. And then the other thing I've been seeing, as I said, is to try to get a refund. Now, this still stems from the same part as the vendors, but this is different. Let's just say, like, you're very salty, and then, like, you spend all this money to try to get some some good units and you just got complete trash. You didn't get the unit that you wanted, so you're very salty and you want a refund. I've seen people done this for any type of gacha games. They got refunds, and sometimes nothing happened to them. Sometimes something does happen to them. I'm not gonna name names. I'm just saying what I know from info. Anyway, if you go to Mihoyo themselves to ask for a refund, they're not going to do it to you. They're not going to give you any refunds because they're a company. They're not going to give out refunds because they don't care. You know, like, you got to play pools. You already signed up for the agreement. You spend your money on it and you go try to get pools. They're not going to give you a refund because you got salty about pools. So what's the next step after that? You go to your bank. You talk to your bank and you're like, oh, you know, my little brother spent this money on my card, you know, can you refund it? And they're like, yeah, you can do it. So they refund it, you get your money back, you're like, yeah, I won. But then in the act of it, your account will be hit with this notice and your account will be in the negatives because of it. Mihoyo ain't playing around. They're tracking down on this shit now. And it's kind of funny because I didn't want to do vendors for Genshin Impact because of the sole fact that, like, how bad the pull rates were for this game. But I didn't want to do it right away because I wanted to see what was the consequences of it. And nothing has came up to it, and I still didn't do it. But also, now that we see that it's happening, I'm definitely not gonna do it because I'm not gonna lose my Genshin Impact account. Are you kidding me? I'm still trying to pull for Mona. I haven't pulled for Mona, god damn it. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on. And again, like, the moral of the story here is, like, do what you want with your money. Just don't be spiteful and try to get money back because of your bad pulls that you got just because you wanted some character you never got and try to get money back from it, or just use vendors. Like, do whatever you want with your money, like I said, but you have to understand at this point that, like, Mihoyo ain't fucking playing. They will have your money no matter what, and if you fuck with them, they will fuck with you. That is the bottom line of this story. Anyway, but that's it for me, everyone. I hope this video was informative to you in any sort of way. Remember, go check out Yoku's channel, subscribe to him, watch that video because it does do more into depth on the Cinder situation, and he doesn't also stutter like me, like a goddamn fucking lunatic. Anyway, if you guys also want to talk about this type of topics or anything else I'm going to bring up in a video, make sure you follow me at SoloForBread, and also hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button as well for more daily content. If you guys actually like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, have yourself a goddamn good one. Remember, guys, stay safe out there, wear a mask, and remember, I just got on the internet, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.